Isabel, Imagination, ASMR. Yes, take a seat. Very good. Hi. I am Miss Clarck, but you can call me Isabel. Your teacher has sent you to me for detention. She told me that you got into a fight with a boy from your class today. Is that correct? Okay. Can you tell me what happened? Okay, good. Go on. I'm just going to make some notes. So you started that? And why didn't you just tell him that he was annoying you? Called your names, yes? Well, the boy that you got into a fight with is very well known in detention. And he's currently in detention as well, but in another classroom. We thought that it would be better to keep you apart until we know what happened, what's going on. So, you're telling me that he was being a bully and you were sticking up for yourself? I understand. But you know, in this world, we're always going to have to deal with bullies. Even adults deal with bullies on a very regular basis. So, it's very good to learn the tools to deal with bullies. And I think that you are very courageous. And you are very brave to step up and stick up for yourself. That's good. But you didn't do it the right way. Getting violent is not the answer. It won't help you deal with your problems. You see, when you're an adult and you punch someone, you can even wind up in jail. You don't want that. So this is not an adult way of dealing with things. Now, you are only a kid, and I understand. But we are going to see if there are better ways to deal with these kind of difficult situations where somebody is calling you names and making fun of you, and how to deal with that. Okay? First off, I want you to write down a sentence that will make sure that you will never forget what you are going to do different in the future. Okay? Yes. You can still for yourself, you can still step up to the plate and be courageous like you did, but in a different way, without punching anyone, pushing anyone, kicking anyone. No violence, okay? The strongest people use their words to get what they want. Think about that. So, I will wipe the whiteboard, because this was just this afternoon's class material. Are you also doing the table of 5, table of 6? Yes? Good. Okay, let's clean this whiteboard. Okay. There. All clean. Nice and shining white surface for us to learn some lessons about altercations and about confrontations. So the following sentence that I want you to write down 20 times to make sure that you will not forget this lesson is the following. Now write with me, okay? I will not fight. I will not fight. There's more to come. Instead. Instead, I will communicate. It's a difficult word, long word. Okay? I will communicate violence is not the answer. Okay, so did you write all of this down? Yes? Now read this one more time with me, okay? I will not fight. Instead, I will communicate. Violence is not the answer. Okay. Now go ahead and write that down 20 times. And I will finish my report. Good job. Continue. What I'm doing, I am making a report about you and what happened today. I'm writing some things down, and I'm also putting it into the computer. And your teacher and your parents will read this report about you and about what happened and how your detention is going. Well, continue. Good. One last sentence. Then we'll continue. Okay. Yes, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. You did such a good job. Wonderful. Now, let's move on to seeing if there are better tools and better ways to deal with bullies and confrontations. Yes? Good. Okay, so this is, you understand this, right? This is clear? Good. I will not fight. Instead, I will communicate. Violence is not the answer. Okay. Okay. I want you to think about something. What is the difference between fighting and talking? What's the difference? Can you tell me? Yes, very good. Okay. Good, very good. Now let me write down difference, and I want you to write with me what I'm writing on the board, okay? Perfect. So, let's start with fighting. Okay. The first thing that is different with fighting and talking is our voice. When you are talking, you're talking in a soft, calm manner. But when you're fighting, you raise your voice and you're shouting and screaming. Okay? So, raising voices. Another one is, write with me, yes, good. Mental violence. So what is that, do you think? Mental violence, mental abuse. Yes. Yes, that's very good. Yes. Let's write that down, shall we? So, name calling, yes. Yes. And also, when you're making someone feel like they're not worthy enough, do you know what that word is? Let's write it down. You belittle someone, so you're talking down to someone to the point where the other person starts to believe it. So that is mental abuse and violence. Then the last thing of fighting is what happened this afternoon with you is the physical violence and abuse. So, can you tell me what physical abuse is? Yes. Yes, very good. Let's write that down. So, punching, yes. Punching. Kicking. Pushing, very good. The dots are etc. So that could also be squeezing, biting, anything that causes the other person to have physical pain is physical violence, physical abuse. Okay, so we're clear on this, right? This is not okay. This is fighting. You wrote that down? Perfect. Very good. Now, let's see what talking is all about. Yes. Okay. Again, I want to write down 3 things that are referred to talking. Let's write it down. So, what did we just write down with fighting the first time? And the way we speak, very good. Now, when you talk, you don't raise your voice. So you have a calm, soothing voice. Good. So let's write that down. Calm voice. So can you think of another thing that we do when we talk? Let me just write it down for you. Okay. Mutual respect. Can you tell me why it's so important to have mutual respect when you talk to each other? Yes. Yes, very good. Yes. Perfect. Let's write down the 3rd thing, which is solution focused. Do you know what those words mean? Okay, that's okay. Solution focused is talking to each other in a way that leads to something and leads to a solution. So you're not just talking without any end goal, but you are really talking to reach some kind of common ground. Okay, so this is the effective way to talk and deal with a problem. So not fighting, but talking. Use these 3 tools to try and figure out how to solve the issue. Yes? Okay, write that down. The last one also. Now, there's only one thing that I also want to discuss with you. Let's first clean the board. So, I want to discuss how you change and move from fighting into talking. Okay, so how do you change that pattern? And I have two tools. So let's also write this down, just for you to be sinking in to your system. Okay? Yes. So write with me again. How do you move from fighting to talking? How do you move from fighting to talking? Let's write the verse down. Okay. Phrase you're concerned in an I feel sentence. So phrase your concern in an I feel sentence. For instance, I feel sad because you treat me this way, or I feel frustrated because you don't listen. When you say I feel, you're saying how your emotions and how your feelings are at that moment. The other person can understand with the way that they are acting how the other person is feeling. You see, sometimes you don't even know that you're hurting someone or frustrating someone. Okay, so that's very important. It doesn't always work on bullies though, but for a lot of people, it does work to let them know how you feel. Good. Good. Yes, it's okay. Don't be sad, sweetheart. Don't be sad. I'm not mad at you, and I understand what happened this afternoon. You're gonna do better next time. Don't be sad. It's okay. Let's move on to another way of moving from fighting to talking. Oh, cheer up, it's going to be fine. Hopefully this will be the last time in detention, if you've learned my tools. Okay. Now this is very important as well, so pay attention. Step away if you are getting voice down, okay? Step away if you are getting angry. Okay. Good. So when you feel that somebody is triggering you and you're getting frustrated and you're getting angry, walk away. Don't punch up that person like you did this afternoon with that boy. He was teasing you and that made you angry. If you would have stepped away, you wouldn't be here in detention with me. Okay. Good. And I have another side note, a little tip that used to work on me because I was bullied when I was about your age. I had a few girls that were very mean to me sometimes. They would say that I had yellow teeth and I should brush my teeth better and that I was not looking good. And my mother gave me the advice to give my bullies a compliment because they'd never expect it. And so I did. The next morning, I told my biggest bully that she had a really cute dress and she did not bully me that day, and the bullying got less and less. I surprised her and she really liked getting compliments on her dress and on her appearance. You know, sometimes bullies bully because they are very insecure. They think that by teasing somebody else, nobody will look at them and think that they are less worthy, or they just hope that if they tease somebody else, they won't get teased. But if you compliment them, things might change. And then they might really like it. Because everybody loves to hear something nice about them. Okay, so just try and let me know how it's going, okay? So don't be sad. Your parents are not going to be too angry with you because I will send them my report. And I know you're going to do better. So this was detention. You can go home. You're free to go. And have a wonderful night's sleep tonight.